What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City live watch-along. Today, we're going to be doing the live watch-along of Manchester City's game against Chelsea in the FA Cup. FA Cup semi-final. We've got a chance here to get to back-to-back FA Cup finals for the first time, I think, ever. Won the FA Cup, of course, last season, beating Manchester United in the final, Manchester Derby FA Cup final. It was the first time that it's ever happened, and here we are, potentially seeing Manchester City take on Manchester United again in the FA Cup. We do have to win this game today, though, against Chelsea. It's not going to be easy. We can't ignore that Manchester City, just a few days ago, Wednesday evening, we took on Real Madrid in the Champions League quarter-final second leg. It went to extra time. We've played 120 minutes against one of, if not the best team in Europe right now. And then it went all the way to penalties. And Manchester City, psychologically, have got to get over the fact that we lost that penalty shootout and we've exited out of the competition. We wanted to try and win back-to-back trebles. It's never been done before, and a team may never be in that position again for a very long time. We have to deal with that. We have to get over that. We have to reflect and respond from that and learn our lessons. So it's great that in terms of, and I'm not disrespecting the FA Cup here, but I think that when you look at the major trophies on offer, you're going to say the Premier League, you're going to say the Champions League. They're always the two biggest priorities for Manchester City. If you can go out there and win the most prestigious domestic cup competition in the world, then that's a huge bonus. If you can go out there and add a League Cup to your tally as well, then that's absolutely brilliant. Now, the Champions League game, losing against Real Madrid on penalties was devastating. We have to deal, we have to learn from that. Manchester City, we've got to put ourselves in a position where we could potentially win the Cup double. That's what we'll be looking for, because winning an FA Cup and a Premier League is a very successful season. And if we can do that, then that will be a brilliant, brilliant campaign. I think if Manchester City exit out of the competition here today, I don't think it's the end of the world. I would be upset by it. I'll be more disappointed by the Wednesday night result against Real Madrid than I would by this result today if we do end up exiting out of the competition. It's all about mannerisms. It's all about how we perform. It's all about how we play. What desires have we got to have success from this game? And can we learn them lessons heading into the Premier League? Because to me, don't know about you guys, but if Man City go on to win the Premier League and we make it 4 in a row, no team has ever done that before. If we go out there and we manage to make that happen, then that would be a tremendous season. It will be a huge, huge success for Manchester City. And you want to win as many the trophies as possible. FA Cup's on offer here for Manchester City. We want to go out there. We want to win the competition. We want to have a successful season. I feel like the next 6 Premier League games that we've got, that's where the success is going to be determined for Manchester City. If we end up finishing second or third, but we win the FA Cup, is that a successful season? It's an alright season. It's not a successful season. We won a treble last season. You've not picked up either of the big major trophies. So Man City's season doesn't rely upon this game and this result. In actual fact, in terms of pressure, there aren't many games out there where we've got not much pressure, and this is probably the last one we've got from now until the end of the season, unless you start to see Liverpool and Arsenal slip up, which could happen. I'm not sure it is going to happen, so I don't think there's going to be any let-up when it comes to the Premier League, which means we're always going to be under pressure, and every game's just going to be relentless. It's going to be must-win, which means you're always putting yourself under that pressure, and in this game, it's just, we're here, you know, we learn. We can look, we can hopefully win, and that's what we've got to be aiming for. Wembley, great day out for everybody to enjoy. FA Cup semi-final, chance to get to Wembley again, chance to get to the FA Cup final, chance to potentially have an all-sky blue FA Cup final between Manchester City and Coventry City, or a Manchester derby as well, with Manchester City taking on Manchester United. That's what's at stake here. If we can win this game, then it helps us just to get over that Champions League disappointing exit out the competition on Wednesday night on penalties to Real Madrid. So, before I do crack on with this live stream, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Now less than 700 subs away from my aim of 35,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be great. Also, don't forget, social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Like always, we're aiming for 100 likes. We are more than a quarter of the way to our like goal, which is absolutely brilliant. We're now 74 likes away from 100 likes, so any help towards that would be great. Also, don't forget to let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comments below. What are your score predictions? Get them in the comments. Terminator, thank you very much for tuning in. Manchester City did lose against Real Madrid. It's strictly speaking gone down as a draw, so that unbeaten Rodri run is still continuing. But we did exit out the competition and we did lose on penalties. Again, as I've said, we've got to deal with that. Andrew, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. As well, Dalton, thank you for tuning in as well. Says controversial opinion, but I think that we play better without Haaland. Maybe we should be using Alvarez instead. Always interested. I did make a video a couple of weeks back actually speaking about Haaland and are Manchester City better without Erling Haaland? It sounds crazy that you've got such a natural goal scorer, one of the best strikers in the world, and yet Manchester City, sometimes in terms of the link-up play, look slicker, look more comfortable when Erling Haaland, because Erling Haaland's a goal scorer. Man City always feel like they've got to find a way for him to be put into the position to score goals. Yet I always feel that without Erling Haaland there, the other Manchester City attacking players are happy to be that player that gets forward, that gets into them positions, that banks on the back post or tries to be in the position to score goals. And I just think that when leading the line, Alvarez is going to drop deeper and he's happy to be moving and merging more into midfield, whereas Alvarez obviously isn't a central midfielder first and foremost, but I think when you ask him to drop a bit deeper, I think he's more comfortable than what Erling Haaland is. Haaland's the type of striker that wants to play off the back of the last defender. He wants to play against teams that are going to attack, that are going to play a high line, so he can dominate, that he can use his pace and use his physique and use his power to his tremendous advantage. And Premier League defenders and other defenders out there, they're getting used to Erling Haaland. So I think Haaland's got to adapt his game to get a little bit better, whether that be Erling Haaland maybe next season's given a partner and we change formation a little bit, or Man City just tinker a little bit with how they want to play, or you put in better quality balls into the box, because there was a lot of crosses against Real Madrid, lots of set pieces. They weren't finding the City players. They needed better balls into the box. Erling Haaland was getting man-marked out the game at the Bernabeu by Antonio Rudiger, who can match his physique. Nacho's nowhere near the height and physique of Erling Haaland, yet got man-marked out of that game by him because the quality of the end product from City just weren't good enough. And I think that's where City can improve on to help Erling Haaland. I think there's been cases this season where Erling Haaland could be finding and be more clinical in front of goal as well, but he's set his own high standards, so it's up to Erling Haaland now to try and keep them high standards as well. Nadir, thanks for tuning in, much appreciated, says, don't have a good feeling about this game. I've got a good feeling. I think City are going to win. I think it's going to be a pretty close game. Obviously, we drew at Stamford Bridge 4-4. We drew at the Etihad 1-1 against Chelsea in the Premier League this season. Chelsea have got, they always seem to up the game against us, and they've got the quality there, so we'll see. I think City can win this game. I think it'll be a close game, but I think we've got enough to win this game. Anthony, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Andrew as well, thank you for tuning in. Dudley, thanks for tuning in. Trevor as well, thank you for tuning in. Nadir, it's very sad what happened to Angry Rampman. So I'd like to say rest in peace to Angry Rampman, who passed away earlier this week. Very sad. 27 years old. He's younger than what I am. Very sad. So all thoughts go out to his family and friends at this very difficult time. Alec, thanks for tuning in. We'll go over the teams in just one moment because I want to speak about today's video sponsor. It's brought to you anyway by the Cancer Research, which are running a very special Football Shirt Friday on the 26th of April 2024, so next Friday, and they're calling upon everybody to wear their favourite football shirts. And I want to speak about my favourite football shirts because we're raising money here today on this live watch along for a really good cause. It's for the Bobby Moore Fund. England legend, he passed away a few years back of bowel cancer, and since then a fund has been set up in his memory, in his honour, in his name, to help raise awareness, to help raise money into research, to try and cure this horrible disease that is cancer and bowel cancer as well. So all money today that is raised on this live stream is going to an incredible cause. So I want to give a huge shout out to Cancer Research and to the people running the Bobby Moore Fund and those in charge of Football Shirt Friday as well. So how this is going to work, guys, link is in the description. Please feel free to click on the link. I'll paste it in the live chat as well. I've pinned it in the live chat for you to go and check out. And what we're doing today is we're going to be raising money today for the Bobby Moore Fund. And my aim, I'm trying to raise £100 for them. We're already at £20. A very kind donation was left yesterday. So to give a huge shout out to Chris Kelsey, who left the donation, left a £20 donation. So we're £20 into the target of £100. So do go and click that link in the description or in the live chat as well. That would be much appreciated, and you can leave your donation on there. Alternatively, if anybody could leave any super chats today, all money raised on today's live watch along will be donated into that fund from me. So if you could leave any super chats or anything, that would be absolutely fantastic. Alternatively, I know it's a cost of living crisis and people don't have that much money. I've decided to roll the ads on today's video, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at how much ad revenue has been generated from this stream, and all money that's made on the ad revenue from this stream I will also be donating onto that donation page, which the link is in the description. So if anybody could check that out, if you see any ads pop up, I don't normally encourage people to interact and click on the ads and everything, but it's for a tremendous cause, so I would appreciate any help towards that. That would be absolutely brilliant. I want to say a big shout out there to the Bobby Moore Fund. I'm wearing my football shirt for Football Shirt Friday. My favourite football shirt, has a lot of meaning to me. I know it's a very recent shirt, but I love the colour combination. I love the purple linked in with the sky blue of Manchester City. I love when they put I'll just move the microphone just out of the way very quickly. I love when they put the badge in the middle of the shirt as well. I think it's a tremendous shirt that holds a lot of meaning to me, because Manchester City, it's our most successful shirt. It's the shirt that saw Manchester City win 5 major honours in a calendar year. Saw us win the treble. It saw us win the Premier League for the 3rd consecutive time, to win the most prestigious domestic cup competition in the FA Cup. It saw us win our first ever Champions League trophy as well, our first ever European Super Cup, and we are world champions as well. All done with Manchester City achieving these achievements with this incredible shirt. So it holds a lot of meaning to me. It is my favourite shirt. I have a load of favourite shirts out there that I absolutely love, and I'm calling upon you guys to go and wear your favourite football shirts as well on Friday, 26th of April, raising money for the Bobby Moore Fund, helping to raise money for cancer research and those with bowel cancer as well. So it's going for a great cause. So do go and check that out. Link is in the description. As I said, anyone that does leave any donations would be greatly appreciated. Do leave your super chats as well. I'll make sure you get a special shout out on the stream or interact with the ads as well, and I'll donate all money made on there. And as I said, we're already £20 into the £100 target, so we've got the total raised on the stream, and hopefully that will continue to rise as well throughout the whole of the stream. That would be absolutely brilliant. So heading over to the chat, we've got King D. Thanks for tuning in. Says more than 80 touches in the Madrid penalty area, just 1 goal. We weren't clinical enough. We played a good enough game. We should have won the game. We didn't win the game. And here we are. Raheem, thanks for tuning in, says, what players would I like to see Manchester City recruit in the summer? Personally, I think I'd be looking towards maybe 4 or 5 signings for Manchester City. Sorry, I'm just getting the link sorted. Yeah, it might sound a little dramatic to go for so many players, but I do think there's quite a few positions that Manchester City could be looking towards. I think defensively, I'd be looking towards a right-back. Kyle Walker's getting no younger, and I think that I would like to see Manchester City maybe address that. I know we've been getting linked with Jeremy Frimpong over at Bayer Leverkusen, former Manchester City man. Sorry, I'm just trying to get all the things sorted for you guys. There we go. Copy and paste it properly. Yeah, I think a right back. I'd quite like a right back. Kyle Walker's getting no younger. He's getting linked with Bayern Munich again, actually, isn't he? So yeah, a right back I don't think would go amiss for me. I think 2 central midfielders. I'd like extra support. I don't feel like we've adequately replaced Ilkay Gundogan, and I don't think there's adequate rotation in place for Rodri and or John Stones. So they're the 2 key areas for me. More depth in central midfield. I like Matheus Nunes. I'm hoping he's going to have second season syndrome and he's really going to come into his own next season. That may help Manchester City fill that void left by Ilkay Gundogan leaving. It's just I feel like Man City didn't get Lucas Paqueta and settled on option B and are continuing to look at Lucas Paqueta once he gets cleared of these betting charges. So yeah, it's a strange one. But I personally, I'm expecting Calvin Phillips to leave. Possibly Bernardo as well. It frees up room in our central midfield. So 2 central midfielders, a right back, definitely a winger as well. And then it all depends on who else leaves. Ortega possibly leaving Manchester City means we're going to need a backup goalkeeper, which takes us up to 5 players, which means we're in for a very busy summer, is what I do think is going to happen. So yeah, I think that's what I would go for. Jamie, thanks for tuning in, says Coventry should be the team to win the final proper FA Cup, a non-rich club winning it before the money takes over it next season. Jamie, of course, having comments about the FA and the Premier League and the EFL all combining together to make some changes in the FA Cup next season. So from the first round, replays aren't going to be active in the FA Cup, which is a big blow for the lower league clubs who are going to lose a lot of money from not having replays and drawing big teams to get big crowds in, which I think is a big loss for the FA Cup. And my own personal opinions, excluding Manchester City and the rest side of things aside, is quite sad. The FA Cup's the most prestigious domestic cup competition in the world. It's got a solid structure in place. Doesn't really need changing as far as I'm concerned. I mean, semi-final today, to me, should be a neutral venue. This game between a team in Manchester and a team in London should be in the Midlands today, not at Wembley Stadium. But here we are, paying for Wembley Stadium. And the final should be Saturday, last Saturday in domestic football of the season. 3 p.m, no other kickoff. Go back to the roots. You're not going to go too far wrong. But yeah, there we are. Terminator, thanks for tuning in. Boy Race says centre badge it's so clean, it's lovely, isn't it? And if City and Puma just produce kits like this season upon season, I think that'd be tremendous success. Alec, thanks for tuning in, says lost my sister to cancer last year. Let's all fight this disease. I'm so sorry to hear that, Alec. I really am. Thoughts are with you and your family and her friends. It's absolutely devastating. My family's felt the effects of cancer as well, and it's horrific. It's absolutely awful. As I said, the only way that we can do anything about this horrible disease is through raising awareness, raising money to fund for science and research to try and find a cure to help people to get better. And that's what we're doing today. So any donations, links in the description, in the live chat as well. Do go and check it out. Also, don't forget super chats. I'll donate all them to the good cause, the Bobby Moore Fund as well, helping raise awareness and to try and find a cure for bowel cancer. And of course, interacting with any of the ads, I'll donate all money made on this stream to the Bobby Moore Fund. So any help towards that would be great. And Alex, I really am sorry to hear that. Terminator says, I'm poor, so what can you do is give £1 from every like this stream gets, please. JSGC's also very poor, but as I said, every bit of money that's made on the stream, I will be donating. I'll be putting in a donation from myself as well for what I can afford as well. So hopefully, as I said, target's £100. If we can hit £100, that would be absolutely amazing. I'm not going to commit to the like one because as much as I'd love to get loads of likes and donate loads of money, if it ends up getting to 500 likes, that's £300 to £500 that I don't have right now. But yeah, I do try and donate where I can, and helping raise awareness and funds here is always what we're looking for. So yeah, as I said, any help towards that would be absolutely brilliant. Rowan says, am I sure that Paqueta's good enough for £85 million? No, he's not an £85 million player. You have to pay these premiums for Premier League football players from Premier League clubs. It happens. Jack Grealish isn't a £100 million player. In fact, it's probably worth, maybe not even worth half of that, but you've got to pay the Premier League tax, and it comes with release clauses that you're happy to negotiate. All depends. Terminator says, Musiala to City. What do I think? Would love Musiala. Not too sure I see him leaving Bayern Munich. Alex says, City will be spending. I have no doubt about that. City will be looking to try and bring in players, high-quality players. I've got a feeling it's 4 or 5 in the summer, which tells me that Man City just haven't done their job last summer, because that was what City were meant to do last summer, and we never did it. We went out there and didn't get our top targets. We've let key players like Laporte, Mahrez and Gundogan leave, and then not adequately replaced them. And that to me is why City have transitioned a little bit this season. It's why we don't look as sharp this season. There's other reasons: motivation, injuries, change of formation, team selections, etc., etc. But I do think the summer window that we had wasn't good enough, and it set us up here for Man City to not have as good a season as last season. But you're not going to win the treble every season either. It's going to happen. Andrew, thanks for tuning in. Julia, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Dad, thanks for tuning in. Going for a 2-0 Manchester City win. I think this is going to extra time. I'm going for a 2-1 Manchester City win after extra time. So, going to get up the teams very quickly. Just go through that for you guys. You have had some games earlier on in the Premier League today. It's finished in them games. Luton Town 1, Brentford 5. Huge result down at the bottom. Probably going to see Brentford be safe. And Sheffield United 1, Burnley 4. More than likely just relegating Sheffield United, but Burnley giving themselves a fighting chance. You have got an injury-stricken Wolves taking on Arsenal, fully expecting Arsenal to win that game and respond from their exit out of the Champions League at the hands of Bayern Munich on Wednesday. So, Manchester City, favourites for this game against Chelsea. It's Pep taking on Poch. As I said, both games that we've played against Chelsea have been draws in the Premier League this season, so City are going to be looking to try and get their first win over Chelsea. We're lining up today with a 3-2-4-1 formation. It's Stefan Ortega starting in goal, Kyle Walker, Manuel Akanji and Nathan Ake, Man City's 3 defenders today, and rest there for Josko Gvardiol and Ruben Dias. In midfield, you've got Rodri and John Stones starting next to each other. Alongside them in midfield, you've got Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva. It's Phil Foden on the right wing, Jack Grealish on the left wing, and Julian Alvarez starts as Manchester City striker today. Erling Haaland has a knock, not in the squad. Led by captain Kyle Walker. On the bench, you've got Ederson, Ruben Dias, Josko Gvardiol, Rico Lewis, Sergio Gomez, Oscar Bobb, Matheus Nunes, Mateo Kovacic and Jeremy Doku. For Chelsea, they're going with, in goal, Petrovic. They're going with a back four made up of Gusto, Thiago Silva, Trevor Chalobah and Marc Cucurella. They're going with Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo and Conor Gallagher as their 3 central midfielders. Cole Palmer starts on the right wing. Noni Madueke starts on the left wing. And Nicolas Jackson starts up top with Chelsea led by captain Conor Gallagher. Michael Oliver is the referee today. You've got Bettinelli, the goalkeeper, on the bench for Chelsea, along with Ben Chilwell, Alfie Gilchrist, Axel Disasi, Benoit Badiashile, Carney Chukwuemeka, Mykhalio Mudryk, Raheem Sterling, and David Washington. Chelsea won 6-0 in their last game against Everton at home on Monday night. The sharper than Manchester City, making changes though. Enzo Fernandez back from injury. I thought that Chelsea might have stuck with Mudryk starting, but they've chosen to drop Mudryk and move seemingly Cole Palmer out wide. Maybe there might be a bit of a change of formation, and Chelsea might go with maybe more support in midfield and go with 4 in midfield rather than 3, and Cole Palmer drifts behind the striker. Could see Jackson go out wide. We'll have to wait and see. We are ready and set here, though, at Wembley for this semi-final clash. It's Chelsea playing in navy blue shirts, shorts and white socks, with Manchester City in their home kit today of sky blue shirts, white shorts and sky blue socks. It is Phil Foden that's going to get us underway for this game. Manchester City attacking from right to left, with Chelsea attacking from left to right. Michael Oliver has the whistle ready and waiting. Manchester City going to be attacking the Chelsea fans first half and the City fans second half. Man City in the east side of Wembley today, with Chelsea in the right. We do have kickoff and sent long by Ortega. Second ball won by Manchester City. And City can have a little bit of possession. I'm going 2-1 City after extra time is my score prediction. Get your score prediction in the live chat, guys. And also don't forget as well to let me know where you are tuning in from. Do leave a thumbs up on the stream now. 58 likes away from 100 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget to subscribe. If you are new around here, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Don't forget as well to go and leave your donations ahead of Football Shirt Friday on April 26th, raising money for the Bobby Moore Fund and cancer research for bowel cancer. Links and details, they are in the description. Anyone that does leave any donations using my link would be much appreciated. As I said, do leave your super chats. I'll donate all the money made from super chats to the Cancer Research Fund, and also all the ad revenue from the stream go in there as well. Looking to try and raise £100. Currently 1/5 of our way at £20. Any help towards that would be absolutely brilliant. So Manchester City pressing Chelsea early here. Jack Grealish has the ball, works it to the right-hand side. Not the best of passes from Jack. Too far beyond Bernardo Silva and out for a goal kick to Chelsea. Terminator, thanks for tuning in from India. Julia, thanks for tuning in, says, won't be happy if Cole Palmer scores. Nor will I. He's a cracking player. He's having a really good season, and I'll be really disappointed if he comes back once more to bite us on the backside. Not what we're looking for. Is Chelsea, again, just making distribution errors at the back. Not punished by Manchester City, and Chelsea can regroup, and here is Chelsea through Gusto coming forward. Chelsea just looking to try and work it down the right-hand side. Madueke fouls Nathan Ake, and that'll be a free kick for Manchester City. Alec, thank you very much for your kind comment there. Much appreciated, my friend. I've been super busy today, so I've not actually had a chance to check out the other football scores other than from the Premier League. So I'll just have a quick browse. Leicester's got a big win. Southampton, it's a huge loss, looking like playoffs for Southampton. Then it's Ipswich and Leeds having a little tussle there. Seamus, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated, my friend. As City just work it from right to left. Here's Akanji pushing Manchester City forward. Akanji takes a knock, and that will be a free kick to Manchester City. Norwich drop points today. Rotherham, they've had a serious medical incident in the crowd today. So that game's still going on between them and Birmingham. Big game down at the bottom. That's currently 0-0 in the 81st minute, if you're wondering why that game's still going on. Disappointing loss that for Plymouth. Mix It Up assumes watching QPR take on Preston North End. That's kicked off at the same time as this game in West London. Looking towards League One, Blackpool's got a brilliant win against Barnsley by 3-2. Bolton's picked up a win. Has Derby won as well? They have, so that's a big blow for Bolton there. They've made a gain on the goal difference, but yeah, looking like that's probably Derby County going up with that win. City look to put the challenge in. Thiago Silva makes a good interception there. Here's Kyle Walker then to Rodri. City just working it backwards. Andrew, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. They certainly do need to get over it. City gone with a strong team. Really strong team. Much stronger than I was expecting. Chelsea just knocking it around. Nothing too much to report on. There's been a bit of pressing going on here early, the first 4.5 minutes, but nothing in terms of shots. Nothing that's caused any problems. Nothing that's really got the heart racing as of right now. City structurally looking pretty good. Here's Caicedo. I mean, how much did Chelsea spend on Caicedo in the summer? You know, he's a good player, but a whopping amount of money. How much is that Chelsea squad worth? Pundits are all too quick to say how much Man City's bench is worth and how much the starting 11's worth. How much is that Chelsea team worth? So good ball worked over to the right-hand side. Pep's instructions there. Arms pointed out. He's telling that he wants the ball spreading wide. Stretch that pitch. Wembley's pitch is huge. Stretch it. Tire them Chelsea like legs out. Here is Bernardo then. Right wing up against Enzo Fernandez. Seamus Haaland is out due to a knock. He has to come off actually in the Real Madrid game. So I presume he's just been rested by City just to try and get over his injury. And I imagine if City do really well in this game, that City may be tempted to go with Alvarez up top against Brighton on Thursday as well. We'll see. Here is Jack Grealish. Akanji then works it to Ake on the left. Here's Stones given away. Gets his pocket picked by Chelsea, and that's a good challenge from Ake. Referee says no free kick. I didn't think it was a free kick. Andrew, Jack, he had a good game. I thought Jeremy Doku, when he came off from the bench, had a very good game as well. There were bright sparks. City just didn't click it in front of goal. That was the problem. That's the problem. You know, you get it to stick. City could have scored 3 or 4. It'd have been a comfortable game, a comfortable win. There'd be no problems. So it's been the story of City's season so far. As Chelsea have the first shot of the game, gets worked to Nicolas Jackson on the left. He has the shot. A comfortable save for Ortega. That's where City need to be wary. City just caught high up there. Looked onside. Gets a shot away. It stings the hands of Ortega. He's slightly off balance. I think he slips just before he takes the shot there, Nicolas Jackson. It's no problem for a quality keeper like Stefan Ortega-Moreno, though. So Conor Gallagher just combined a pass with Cucurella, given away. De Bruyne comes forward, gets pushed in the back by Enzo Fernandez. City wanted the free kick. Free kick doesn't come. Cole Palmer then. So it looks like Cole Palmer's going in behind the striker. Maduki just gets a deflection, and that goes out for a corner kick then. First corner of the game, 8 minutes in here at Wembley, 0-0. Don't forget, guys, leave a thumbs up. That would be great. 56 likes away from 100 likes. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here. And do go and leave any donations as well to the Bobby Moore Fund. That would be much appreciated. Links and details, they are in the description and in the live chat as well for you to leave a donation. Any super chats are also welcome. Will be donated to the fund. And any money made off the stream will also be donated to the fund as well. Looking to raise £100 today, so any help towards that would be great. Corner here for Chelsea. Some defending for Manchester City to do. Conor Gallagher's just come over to take the corner kick. Chelsea just taking the time. Lots of physicality in there from both sides. Conor Gallagher. Can he put a quality ball in? Goes for the ball in. Should be dealt with by City. And Jack Grealish will win that second ball. And he'll volley that clear. And force Chelsea back over halfway. Man City lead the chase here through Phil Foden. Worked back by Gusto to Petrovic. And Chelsea can have possession here. Here's Conor Gallagher under pressure from Jack Grealish. Works it down the line. Finds Madueke. That's a brilliant challenge from Julian Alvarez. Here is Rodri now. To Kevin De Bruyne on the left. There's no Erling Haaland to put the ball into, and Kevin De Bruyne just hits the foot of Caicedo, and that will be a corner to Manchester City. Man City's first corner of the game, so one corner apiece here. Kevin De Bruyne playing against his former side, Chelsea, here as well, of course. Alvarez on set-piece duty for Manchester City. John Stones, Akanji, Rodri, all forward here for Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne just steps towards Alvarez to take the short corner. Works back to Alvarez. He puts the cross in. He goes deep. Looking towards the back post there. And Man City asking for a corner kick. Kept in by Rodri. Only finds the right idea. Just slightly beyond Rodri there. That the looping header was straight in at the goalkeeper. He managed just to pull that in a little bit shorter. And Rodri has a free header at the back post to head that back across goal, and that could have caused all kinds of bother for Chelsea. Right idea that from Manchester City. Here's Chelsea then, trying to work their way out of bother. Not the best of passes from Chalobah, who were looking to try and find Enzo Fernandez. Given away. Kyle Walker not paying attention, nearly gives the ball away there for City. I mean, Kyle Walker's just come back from injury. He's done 120 minutes against Real Madrid and starts in this game. I didn't think he'd have started as Julian Alvarez has his pocket picked. Cole Palmer looks to try and lob Stefan Ortega. He's not really come off his line there to be lobbed. An audacious effort, ambitious, but doesn't get pulled off by Cole Palmer. Instead, Man City just knock the ball to the right, looking for Bernardo Silva. Marc Cucurella manages to mop that up for Chelsea. Whacks it down the right-hand flank for Manchester City, which will be cut off by Kyle Walker. Here's John Stones now. Here's Stonesy. Finds Phil Foden. Work to Bernardo Silva. Akanji pointed where he wanted it. And you see more of Akanji playing in that holding midfield role, trying to burst into the spots. I mean, it took Akanji a good 70 minutes to grow into that role against Real Madrid. He very much just, to me, looked like the odd one out. And then from nowhere, around 70 minutes in, he was just turned into a prime defensive midfielder. Prime John Stones, just cutting in right to the byline. Beautiful pullbacks. Came from nowhere. It was causing all kinds of bother for Real Madrid, and that's a poor pass. Poor control from Kyle Walker. He's not happy with the weight of the pass that came in. Conor Gallagher picks his pocket. He's now 30 yards out from goal. Works it to Gusto on the right-hand side for Chelsea here. He's got Jack Grealish for company. Grealish does really well, makes the challenge, and that will be a corner kick to Chelsea. Game's just gone a bit scrappy now. City does not really mustered up any opportunities. Chelsea just started to grow into the game and just starting to have shots. I don't think there's going to be that many opportunities in this game. It never is at Wembley Stadium when you've got two teams that have got quality players on the pitch. The pitch is just so big. There's space, but it's very difficult to do much with it, which means there's not many opportunities. So the amount of close games you get at Wembley is relentless, unless there's a big mismatch in quality. They're always going to be close games as far as I'm concerned. Conor Gallagher puts one into the near post, doesn't beat the first man, Kevin De Bruyne, manages to get it under control, and Phil Foden can lead a counter-attack here for City, goes early looking for Alvarez, takes a lovely touch there, and he's got Gusto for company. On the left for Chelsea at the Mo. Oh, it's a beautiful pullback from Alvarez looking for De Bruyne, and Foden picks the pocket. Foden rounds the keeper and there's nobody there. Headed back into the danger zone. It was lovely football that from City. Here's Akanji turning his man. Tries to find the pass looking for Jack Grealish. And in the end, goes out of play for a corner. That was a real opportunity for City. That was slick football played in. It's a beautiful pass from Kevin De Bruyne. Phil Foden reads it so well. Works himself into the space. He rounds the goalkeeper, just runs out of room. I think Petrovic might just get a little touch there on the ball to poke it away from Foden as City take a short corner, and De Bruyne, I'm not too sure what Kevin De Bruyne were looking for there, but gets it all wrong on the side of his foot, and I think he was looking for the cross, and he's not hit the toe end of it. It's ended up hitting the side of the foot, and it's just it looks like a shot that's been dragged wide. Let's have a look. Did the keeper get a touch on that? It was a crucial touch if he did. He didn't. Foden just took a heavier touch. He manages to play a ball across. There's nobody there. Cucurella, he has to win the header there. He heads it into the danger zone. There was City players waiting for it, but Cucurella did enough and Chelsea survive, as Seamus says there. It was a great move that from Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne making a great interception there. Nathan Ake as well, another former Chelsea man, combining there, doing really well. Here is Nathan Ake, works the ball to Akanji. Chelsea want the game to be stopped and is stopped. I think it's Nicolas Jackson that's down. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne just went across his calf. Anyway, Jackson back on his feet, walking a little gingerly, didn't need any treatment, so all is okay. Play will continue. Cole Palmer, former City man, will throw it back to Ortega. Oh, mixed feelings, about Cole Palmer. He's a joint Premier League top goal scorer. He's having a great season at Chelsea. He's really excelling. He just wouldn't have had this opportunity and freedom at Manchester City to allow him to excel. But I felt like he was really coming into his own back in August when he was at City. And it'd be really interesting to see if Cole Palmer had stayed at City, where he would be right now. I didn't at the time think a low move was going to be right for him. I just felt like over the next couple of seasons he could have really developed and, it'd have helped Manchester City. Should Bernardo Silva leave this summer, it'd have been a really good option there to be integrated into the squad, to become a versatile player for Manchester City. And I felt like it was there for Cole Palmer if he was prepared to be patient, and obviously felt like he could get his opportunity somewhere else and quicker, and decided to leave. And, City got a good amount of money for him in the summer. Disappointing we didn't get any buyback clause included, but, City selling to Chelsea aren't going to get a buyback clause included on that. So, Cole Palmer, academy lad for Manchester City, of course. I don't think it's any secret that he's a Manchester United fan, so I don't think he has too much love there for Manchester City. But Man City, of course, have helped Cole Palmer to mould him into what he is today. And City sell players. I always want the City former academy players, when they leave the club, to do really well. Cole Palmer's no different. Just when he faces us, hoping that he won't be doing really well. So, it is what it is. There's nothing much we can do about that, to be honest. John Stones in a foot race here with Nicolas Jackson, and a shot comes in. It's dragged by Nicolas Jackson. Seems to be running fine now. Here's Mudryk on the other side, up against Nathan Ake. Has to work it backwards here. Here is Gusto. Works the ball to Enzo Fernandez. Chalobah now to Thiago Silva, the experienced Thiago Silva, as we're now 4 likes away from 50 likes here, guys, and halfway to my 100 like goal. So any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe as well, and do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by the Bobby Moore Fund, who are raising awareness for bowel cancer to try and find a cure for that as well. So any money that's made on the stream today will be donated to the fund. We're looking for £100, currently on 20, so £80 to go. So any help towards that would be great. Any money that is made on the stream will be directly donated there to the wonderful cause. And I'm going to be taking part on April 26th on Football Shirt Friday, and would encourage any of you guys to wear your favourite football shirts as well on Friday, April 26th as well, for a brilliant cause. You can go and check out the details. They are in the description, along with the fundraising campaign too. Any help towards that would be great. Manchester City here, working the ball on the left. KDB picking up a lot of space. City just probing, knocking the ball around, threaded the way through once. Awaiting our first shot still. Worked in here to Jack Grealish. Maybe that shot's not too far away. Here's Alvarez. He's got the run of... Oh, lovely feet from Alvarez, and De Bruyne gets in the way of the shot and goes out of play. That was brilliant from Julian Alvarez. That was a fantastic dummy. It fooled Chelsea, but I think it fooled De Bruyne as well to not get out of the way. Looked like he were angling towards trying to bend it around the defender and look for the far post, but he disguises the dummy really well there and goes onto his left foot. And had De Bruyne read what was happening there, who knows what might have happened then. There's been some good football here from City so far. Petrovic sends it as far away from his goal as possible. Rodri wins the header. City haven't mopped that up. Cole Palmer picks it up here. Cool emoji face. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated, my friend. Do hope you are well. Sending in some cool emojis. Here's Gusto. Works it back to Chalobah. All the way back to Petrovic. 20 minutes in here at Wembley. City 0, Chelsea 0. Ball comes forward. Akanji mops that up and works it back to Ortega. Cool emoji face. I'd love to bring back the Football Manager series. I love Football Manager. I work full time, so I just don't have the time. So, unfortunately, not. Certainly not in the foreseeable. If I did it full time, there's lots of ingenious, creative ideas that I'd have, including the Football Manager series, because it's one of my favourite games. I'd love to. I would absolutely love to. But yeah, I work full time, unfortunately, so I just don't have the time to run all the channels. I've got to prioritise. I've got to work with what works best, and obviously all the City stuff works best. So my spare time, that's where it goes towards. Good fun though. When I had a little bit more time a few years back and doing it, was good fun. Here is Akanji then to Ake, works it to Grealish on the left. Here's Jackie G. Oh, lovely from Jackie G. Sells a dummy to Gusto, and Grealish works it to Alvarez. He gets a chest onto it, looking for Foden. Chelsea get a foot onto it, and Ake does enough to work that away from Enzo Fernandez, and Bernardo Silva manages to get back here and put Enzo Fernandez under a little bit of pressure, but Chelsea, they should have mopped that up, but Rodri manages to work that back to Ortega, and Man City can take the ball from there and take control once more. Been a very careful 22 minutes here so far at Wembley, 0-0. Not been a game full of blistering opportunities. Been a very careful game, but definitely the game is there should City want it. Or Chelsea for that matter as well. Here's De Bruyne, Akanji, Rodri Rocket. 30 yards out, twist and turns, and it's not a good pass from Rodri. Straight to Cole Palmer don't play for us anymore, Rodders. Poor giveaway that from Rodri. It's not often I criticise any play of Rodri because he's a wonderful player, but it was a really poor pass, and I tell you what, there was a pass there from Mudryk to Nicolas Jackson, not utilised. That could have been Chelsea in there, and City just need to be careful. Here's Rodri then, much better pass to De Bruyne this time, up against Gusto. He does really well and makes a really good interception for Chelsea, and City not tracking back, too busy arguing amongst themselves there. Not the best of play from De Bruyne, and here is Gusto looking to try and work a ball across. Nathan Ake gets his foot onto that. Eventually the flag goes up for offside. As we're now halfway to my 100 like goal. We're on to 50, so thank you everybody for leaving a thumbs up so far. Much appreciated. Do subscribe if you are new around here. As I said, do go and check out the Bobby Moore Fund. Go and leave your donations towards cancer research for bowel cancer. Links and details there in the description and also in the live chat. Alex says, we're looking tired. A lot of these players played against Real Madrid. They did 120 minutes against Real Madrid as well. I'm amazed we've not taken the opportunity here to rotate a little bit more. There's some high-quality players on the bench that had utilised Oscar Bobb, Rico Lewis. I thought this would have been prime for them to allow a bit of extra rest for one or two of the players that played 120 minutes who are getting no younger, but there we go. Cool emoji face, thank you very much for that, much appreciated. Who knows, one day we may get there. Here is Bernardo Silva. Works it to Walker, goes with a ball across, doesn't beat Thiago Silva. You need a much better ball into the box to challenge Thiago Silva. He's got far too much quality and experience. So he's got no problem dealing with a ball into the box that's straight at his head. There's Jackie G. Alec, yeah, there's been some sloppy passes. There's been one or two bits of individual brilliance that we've seen. All round, it's a very careful 25 minutes. I feel like this 25 minutes is what City were expecting from Real Madrid for the first 25 minutes. That's how we treated that first half, with a lack of intensity. At the moment, Chelsea aren't offering the intensity on the big Wembley pitch, so Man City can afford to be careful. Enzo Fernandez just gets his foot in there on the back foot of Rodri, and Rodri goes down, just slips slightly. It could have been potentially quite awkward. That's how you dislocate your knee or pull a muscle in your thigh there. As it is, Rodri's fine. So a chance here for City to put a ball into the box. De Bruyne goes for it, and Nicolas Jackson gets his foot onto that, and that'll go out of play for a corner to Manchester City then. Chance here for another set piece, and there were so many set pieces against Real Madrid. There's 18 corners not utilised by City, which I was really disappointed with. Evening, Andy and Alison, much appreciated. I just got home from Kirkby Moorside Services. Big hello to the crew. Come on, City, let's put this to bed. Thank you very much for tuning in. Deep corner comes in. Cucurella gets his head onto that. I do hope you're well, Andy and Alison. I do hope you've enjoyed your weekend so far. Hoping for a win here for Manchester City to send us through to the FA Cup final. Here's Rodgers. Pinged across to the left. Here's Grealish in the penalty area up against Gusto. Puts a ball in. It's a good ball. Played back across, and Chelsea panic at the panic stations to get the ball clear. Offside flag does go up. Seamus says, could Jack play as a defensive midfielder? He's very good at defending, and Rodri would be able to have a rest. You wouldn't rule out anything with Pep Guardiola. He loves his versatile players. I mean, he's good with his feet, Jack. It's not the worst shout. He's good with his feet, Jack Grealish. Good with his passing. Good with his ball control. Good with his overall defensive reading play. It's not the worst shout, if I'm honest. Alec, we are awful from corners. It's something City could definitely look to improve on for next season. You know, with that attacking, and we play attractive football, we look to attack at any given opportunity. We pick up numerous set pieces, so a big outlet to pick up a goal. Quality balls into the box. The art of quality balls into the box. Kai, thanks for tuning in. Thoughts on Musiala? I don't think he'll leave Bayern. I think it'd be a great signing. Really good player. He's a very mature player, far beyond his years. I'm not entirely convinced he leaves Bayern, though. Cool emoji reckons 5-0 Coventry. I wouldn't rule out Coventry doing a job on United tomorrow, though. I really would. Excuse me, I really wouldn't rule that out. Yeah, I think Musiala is like a dream signing rather than a realistic. I would love him here, though. He's brilliant. You know, you want players who come in and improve our starting 11, and I think Musiala helps to do that. You don't want to spend millions upon millions on squad players. You want it on first-team players who improve the team. Early ball comes in from Chelsea. Flag stays down, and Nicolas Jackson's in here. He rounds the keeper. He's taken an extra touch. He's not got the option. Nathan Ake gets that clear and out for a throw-in. Offside flag never came, so if Nicolas Jackson had actually had a shot and scored there, it would have counted. City were desperate for the offside flag. Here's Gusto. Andrew, we got away with that. We're far too easy for Chelsea. I'd like to see a replay as to whether he was offside or not. Here's Cole Palmer. He takes away from 3 City players there. Cucurella puts a ball into the box and an awkward deflection from Bernardo Silva. Made life awkward for Ortega. He does well and gets his hands onto that. There's a big opportunity that for Nicolas Jackson. He just didn't look confident at all. So he turned. I don't know why he didn't just have the shot on his left foot. But there we are. Here's Nathan Ake then. Gives the ball to Jack Grealish. He pushes himself. Bit of urgency here from City. Good pass in from Grealish. And here's De Bruyne, and he has a shot. And a challenge comes in there from Chalobah and out for a corner to Manchester City. And Chelsea nearly opened up there through a simple direct piece of running and passing from City. Good work from Grealish. Good pass, good weight. Good defending. Is Jack Grealish plays a ball across and cleared. And he makes a good point, says with the huge Norwegian meat shield up top, he really should be scoring at least 12 goals per season from direct headers, from crosses into the box, from set playing. It's an outlet. You know, he's a 6'4" striker. He's difficult to man mark out of a game. He could make a real nuisance of himself. I thought that's where we went wrong against Madrid. There weren't quality balls into the box. The service has to be there. If Erling Haaland were missing sitters, then I'd criticise Erling Haaland, but he didn't have any sitters to miss because the service just weren't there from City. It was poor. All-round poor attacking play. Indecisive. The goals and the win was there for City to take. They didn't take them. They were a bit too casual for my liking. Too happy to take it to extra time and penalties and paid the price for it. Real Madrid, they're a different animal when it comes to the Champions League. If you're going to knock them out, you've got to be ruthless and relentless. And City were neither of them on Wednesday night and paid the price for it. It's very disappointing because last season it was there in an abundance. It was crystal clear. I just felt like last year was meant to be. Man City were ready to win the Champions League last season. This season just a little bit off. Not quite there. Not a million miles away at all. Had a good campaign, unbeaten. We exit out the competition unbeaten. Which is daft. But happens. Anyway, goal kick given to Chelsea. City really not happy about that. Can't be thinking about Real Madrid now. Got to be thinking about Chelsea. 33 minutes in. There's been opportunities for both sides. Not too many opportunities. Been a bit of a careful game of football being played. Not a classic right now. Could open up. City need to persevere with it. Chelsea will be encouraged by what they've seen. They've gone toe for toe with City here. 33 minutes in. and they'll be happy with what they've seen. So, guys, now 44 likes away from 100 likes. Any help towards that would be great. Do subscribe as well if you're new around here. And do go and check out the Bobby Moore Fund. Links and details there in the description. Remember, we're raising money for the Bobby Moore Fund ahead of April 26th and Football Shirt Friday. So any donations towards cancer research would be much appreciated. Links and details there in the description or in the live chat. Alternatively, if you leave any super chats, I will donate that to the fund as well. And any money made off the stream will be donated to the fund as well. So any help towards that would be absolutely brilliant. Doing a wonderful job there at the Bobby Moore Fund. So any help towards that would be great. Here is Phil Foden then for Manchester City. Gives the ball to Bernardo Silva. And Bernardo Silva goes for, I'm not sure what that was, whether that was a shot or a cross, or I'm not sure, something in between. Anyway, it's high and wide. It was a good position that for City as well, not utilised. He's looked a bit off, Bernardo Silva, in front of goal over the last few games. Alec, I'm glad you've just said that. He looks off, doesn't he? He just looks distracted. Last season, he looked super focused. Was getting the very best out of Bernardo Silva, and yet this season, not really seen the best out of him. That's a great ball from Cole Palmer. And a good early ball across, and it's read well by Kyle Walker. Only as far as Maduki, and he's got a chance at goal. It's a brilliant, brilliant block from Johnny Stones. Really well read. Sloppy from City. Not punished, and De Bruyne finds John Stones. He puts his foot through that, and City just need to put it out of play. Yeah, we go, yeah. City need to put it out of play. Here's Akanji then for Manchester City. Gives the ball to Nathan Ake. Here's Jack Grealish now. Finds Rodri. Driving forward for City. Goes for a Rodri rocket. Not the best of shots from Rodri and out into the stands high and wide. It's a bit scrappy, this. It's a bit scrappy from City at the mo. And thanks for tuning in, much appreciated. It says team's looking more fluid without Erling Haaland. Just not quite linking up at the mo. Again, going back to the Real Madrid problem, just not looking that clinical. The opportunities are there for City. They're just not putting them away. And here's Chelsea coming forward, and it's a poor touch, and poor from Ake, and Chelsea, again, not punishing Manchester City. And tuning in from Los Angeles. Love that. Thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated. Here's Chalobah. Game forward. Finds Cole Palmer. Lovely feet from Cole Palmer. He has a shot, and well saved from Ortega, and Man City just scrambling to get the ball clear there. First opportunity Chelsea have had through Cole Palmer. Turns his man. Gets a good shot away. Should be a free kick to City. Is a throw-in to Man City instead. Like a throw-in for Chelsea. Looked like it should have been a free kick for City, though. City's defending there. Dare I suggest a bit desperate. Not the cleanest of hits, that, from Cole Palmer, to be fair. He does really well on Rodri. Gets into the penalty area. Gets a shot away. It's far too close to the keeper. And gets a good low hand onto it there, to be fair to Ortega. I think Cole Palmer will be pretty disappointed with that. Again, another warning sign there for City that they've got to be careful. You've got to make sure you're attacking and you're putting your chances away. You've also got to make sure you're pretty tight at the back. I think City have looked, for me anyway, a little bit too exposed. Grealish goes down, gets a free kick for City, so bit of respite. Here's Walker. Gives the ball to John Stones. Here's Phil Foden under pressure. City struggling with the initial press here from Chelsea. Got 5 players trying to press and force the issue. City need to look and find the space. Here is Bernardo Silva. Playing on the right wing. Gives the ball to Kyle Walker. 38 minutes in here. 0-0. Here's John Stones. City just look a little off. They look a bit shaky. I understand maybe if we'd made a mistake and Chelsea had punished us and it was 1-0 Chelsea and just a bit of doubt spreads in, but it's 0-0 and no harm done at the mo as De Bruyne just goes for an early ball looking for Alvarez. Petrovic reads it and picks the ball up instead. Here's Thiago Silva. I think Chelsea have stopped their distribution mistakes now as well. Nay, thanks for tuning in. Good evening. Anyway, here's Thiago Silva. Chalobah finds Gusto. Cole Palmer gives the ball away there. Phil Foden to Julian Alvarez. It's not the best of passes in from City, and Petrovic will intercept. And Erling, they say he has a knock. I think he's just been rested by City. I suspect there's going to be a little bit of rotation in place against Brighton on Thursday night from City as well. A few of the players that started this game and against Madrid that's done the 120 minutes will probably be rotated, and a couple more will be rotated weekend after. We'll see. Nave, yeah, very well, thank you. How are you? Emilia, thanks for tuning in as well. Much appreciated. Haaland, he has a knock. Not in the squad. I think City just taken their option to rotate him. Here is Thiago Silva. Finds Conor Gallagher. Gives the ball to Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez just plays a really good ball on the right. He will keep it in there. Maduki does really well to keep that in. Really well to keep that in. Gusto, not the best of balls in, and Kyle Walker eventually finds Ortega through his header. Has to get his right hand onto that to get control of it there, Ortega, and no harm done for City. I think that's been my summary of the first half so far. Not the best, but no harm done against City. Here's Ortega. I'm telling you, I think this is going to extra time, guys. I do. Even this early in. If this goes to a penalty shootout, that'll be brutal. Absolutely brutal. I really will feel for the players. There'll be so much doubt going through their minds. Imagine Kovacic is on the pitch or Bernardo and they step up and take another penalty. What must be going through their mind? Redemption or, you miss again. How are you meant to take another penalty ever again in your career? Missing back-to-back penalties in a penalty shootout with everything on the line. But, we got 90 minutes. You got extra time, an extra 30 minutes to put it right. I think City need to be doing more. Never mind extra time and penalties. You got 90 minutes. Get it done and dusted in the 90. That's how you avoid extra time and pens. Here's Grealish. Works the ball to Foden. De Bruyne. One pass too many. Have a shot. And be happy that you missed the game. Gutted I was at the game. Absolutely gutted. Here's Foden, takes a touch and draws in the foul. A free kick here for City in a good position. It was Moises Caicedo with a foul on Phil Foden there. There you go, Manchester City fan. I switched it around for you. I thought because City were in the East End, it's normally the home team in the West End is the home team. City are very much in the East End of Wembley today. I'll just switch around the title as well. There we go. Sorted. Andy, cynical foul. Blue card. Where's the blue cards when you need them? Sin bin. Here's Foden. Ball into the box. Too deep. It's way too deep. Misses everybody. It's as good as our corners, that. Just... Julian, no, I don't think I could do another penalty shootout. Time out. Call it a day. And Bernardo will be gutted. Kovacic will be gutted as well. Akanji goes with a good pass and it's all just been knocked around. De Bruyne has gone down. Seamus says Pep's not happy. I'm not happy. No one's happy. City can be much better than what they are being, and two Chelsea players just get in the way, and the offside flag goes up against Madueke, and City say, I want to get on with it. Here's Grealish, driving City forward. Grealish has done really well in dictating the pace of the game, and there we go, we do get a yellow card. De Bruyne not happy, having some words with Michael Oliver. It's taken 44 minutes. First yellow card. It is to Caicedo. Did the cynical foul before. Into the book now. Andy, we do have a set-piece coach who will be in charge of sorting the corners. Clearly not doing very well. Anyway, just before half-time here, De Bruyne stood over the free kick, chips one in, looking for Stones, headed back across. Good defending that from Chelsea, only as far as Bernardo, though. So we're going to add it on time. Imagine might be a couple of minutes here. Not been too much time wasted, has there? Here's Bernardo Silva. Yeah, 2 minutes, a couple of minutes to Phil Foden. Could have had a shot, chooses not to, gives it to Bernardo. Bernardo looks to try and put the ball across. Cucurella gets his foot onto it. Bernardo gets it back under control. Work to De Bruyne. It's another ball into the box. Why are City players so reluctant at shooting and just having an attempt on goal? Too busy looking for the extra pass, the extra cross, the extra touch. It can be very frustrating. Not clicking. Seamus says KDB way off his best, but I think Bernardo Silva not really being at his best. Foden not seen enough. Rodri, again, I don't think he's been at his best. The other one I've been pretty impressed with has been Grealish, because he's done a really good job at dictating the pace of the game to be a little bit more direct, centralising himself. Other than that, it's just been a bit of a scrappy game. Anyway, we're through the minute one of the two added on. Don't forget, guys, do leave a thumbs up now. 42 likes away from 100 likes. Do subscribe as well, and do check out the Bobby Moore Fund. Links and details there in the description. Raising money today for the Bobby Moore Fund ahead of April 26 and Football Shirt Friday, which is a fantastic cause, helping to raise awareness and raise money for cancer research when it comes to bowel cancer. Any help towards that would be absolutely brilliant. All money today raised on the stream will be donated to the fund, whether you want to do that through yourselves using the link in the description or live chat, or through a super chat, or through any money donated on the streams, then that would be absolutely brilliant. N says, question, which is more important to me today? The fourth consecutive Premier League or a second Champions League title? There's a chance for history, so I would go with the Premier League title. Normally, I'd say the Champions League. It's the biggest prize in Europe, but we're doing something no team's ever done in 4 Premier Leagues in a row, so that, to me, this year means more. It's been a really good title race with Arsenal and Liverpool, a 3-horse race. So if we could come out on top of that, that would be brilliant. As we do get the half-time whistle, so 0-0 here. Game of few opportunities. Foden rounded the keeper. Too heavy of a touch. Couldn't put it away. Cole Palmer tested the hands of Ortega. Made a good low save. Nicolas Jackson got into a really good position. Chose not to have a shot for whatever reason. And neither side being that clinical, and neither side being that good, to be honest. It's not been a classic game of football. City have been a little bit off. I think Chelsea will be pretty happy that it's 0-0 and still well in the game. And yeah, you fancy first goal scorer in this game potentially goes through to the final. So, gonna have a look at the stats, see if we can draw up some conclusions. So far from the game, City dominating the ball, 60% possession compared with 40% for Chelsea. City with 5 shots, Chelsea with 4. None on target for Manchester City, very disappointing. Not having shots when they could have shots, not testing the keeper, not doing enough as far as I'm concerned. Chelsea, 4 shots, 3 on target. Ortega hasn't had to pull off any magnificent saves. They've just been pretty tame efforts on goal. Nearly 300 passes for City compared with just under 200 passes for Chelsea. No clear-cut opportunities created. 2 corners for Chelsea, 4 for Manchester City. Neither side's looked like scoring off corners so far. 3 saves for Ortega to make, nothing for Petrovic to do. City looking a little bit leggy and lacking a bit of confidence. It's just not been a fantastic game of football, and hopefully Manchester City can do something about it in the second half and look to get that opportunity and look to get that goal. I think this could be one of them games where 1 goal is enough to win the game if it does come. Remember, if we are level after 90 minutes, we'll be going to extra time again, like we did on Wednesday against Madrid. And if we can't be separated after 120 minutes, it will be another penalty shootout. Alex says, awful first half. Please no pens again. Completely agree. Andrew says, possession doesn't win games. We proved that against Madrid. Scoring goals wins games. Ed, thanks for tuning in. Says, both teams have been very scrappy. Nothing has been effective from this half. It's just not been a classic game of football. A very forgettable first half. Raheem, thanks for tuning in. Says, very poor. Need to make some substitutions. Would like to see Jeremy Doku come on. I think his injection of urgency and pace would be good. I'd be tempted to take Bernardo Silva off and put Jeremy Doku on the right-hand side, because I've been pretty impressed with Jack Grealish on the left and centralising himself and dictating the pace of the game and being nice and direct and getting forward. So, I think that's what I would go for. Jeremy Doku, I do agree, I think would be the player I'd be looking towards coming on to try and make the difference for Manchester City. I think Oscar Bobb's a good option actually as well. Gary, thanks for tuning in. Does anyone fancy a Chelsea crumble, the £1 billion bottle job? Still well in this game though, and Man City need to be pushing and doing more, I think, second half. Been a bit scrappy, lacks a daisical, lacks a bit of urgency, been reluctant to shoot. Not been great. Nadir would like to see Rico Lewis also come on. It's a good shout as well. So yeah, get your halftime thoughts in the comments, guys. That would be great. As I said, don't forget, leave a thumbs up. Do subscribe if you're new around here. And do go and check out the Bobby Moore Fund. Links and details, they are in the description. I'm helping to raise money for bowel cancer awareness and to raise money to try and find a cure for the horrible disease. It's a fantastic cause. On April 26th, they're running Football Shirt Friday, where you wear your favourite football shirt, you tell all of your stories, and it helps us to generate some money, and it helps to generate awareness for what is an awful disease. So any help towards that would be great. Looking to try and raise £100. Remember, any money that is made on this stream will be donated by myself to the Bobby Moore Fund. Any super chats that come in today, any donations or anything will also be sent straight to the Bobby Moore Fund as well. And you can also use my link in the description or in the live chat to go directly to my page where you can donate directly to the Bobby Moore Fund. That would be absolutely brilliant. So, got some halftime entertainment for you guys to enjoy. It is brought to you by my partner channel, Mixid. Go and check him out. Links and details there in the description. And in just under 5 minutes, I will see you guys again. And hopefully with more of your halftime thoughts, and we can have a bit of interaction before a big second half come in. Is it going to be Chelsea? Is it going to be Manchester City who reach the final of the FA Cup? Both sides still in it. All to play for, so sit back, relax, grab yourself a drink and snacks, and I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Hello everyone, Mixid here. I'm back again for another cocktail video. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Mixid if you wish to see more cocktail videos, as we are a cocktail channel. And if you're new around here, welcome. Today's cocktail, guys, is the Blue Hawaiian, and I will show you how to make the Blue Hawaiian cocktail. Not to confuse it with the Blue Hawaii, this is the Blue Hawaiian. As the difference is the cream of coconut instead of the sweet and sour mix. That's the difference between the two cocktails. But we're making the Blue Hawaiian, and let's get on with it. Right, get your shaker and let's put some ice in. Right, and the first ingredient, guys, is 30ml or 1 ounce of white rum. We're using Bacardi. As you can see, we've got a new jigger or measurer because it's in ounce this one, so it'll be a lot easier for an ounce. 1 ounce, which is 30ml. Next ingredient, guys, is 30ml or 1 ounce of blue curacao. Next ingredient, guys, is 3 ounces or 90ml of pineapple juice. There's 2 ounces. There's the 1 ounce. And the last ingredient, guys, is 30ml or 1 ounce of cream of coconut. We're using Coco Lopez, and I would highly recommend that brand. Right, time to shake for 10 seconds, get nice and chilled. Right, get your hurricane glass and fill it with ice. Because we've already prepared, we're ahead of the game here. And that's garnished with a pineapple slice. Of course, by our own power. And last but not least, a straw. Absolutely beautiful on Sunday. I can't wait to taste this. The rum and the cream of coconut certainly gives it that sweet flavour, but also with a nice tangy taste with the pineapple, it gives it that taste. And also with the sweetness of the blue curacao, which of course is like curacao, which is orange. Think of Cointreau. But that is absolutely beautiful, guys. I would highly recommend a blue Hawaiian cocktail for any summer themed drinks. This will certainly be my number one for the summer, and I would highly recommend it. And that's all for now, guys. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Mixit if you wish to see more videos like this. And you can check out my social media in the description below, my Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, and also my email, which is mixit@gmail.com. And don't forget to comment down below in the comment sections. I really do want to hear from you guys. What do you like? What cocktails do you want to see on this channel? As I'll happily make them. Well, that's all for now, guys. Have a nice day. Cheers. Cheers. Dum, 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 dum.
JSGC just caught out. I thought there'd be an extra minute. Anyway, I really enjoyed that outtake from Mixid there. That was me helping, if you didn't pick up on that, to film his video. doing his little outro thing there. Thank you very much to Mixed for providing today's halftime entertainment. I hope you guys enjoyed. And thank you everybody for tuning in. Much appreciated as well. So we're just waiting for the second half. There's no real talking points, is there? Let's have a look on Twitter, or X as it's called now. Let's see what the reaction is over on there. I mean, first thing that pops up is Lancashire Cricket and can see that we're playing Essex and we're getting absolutely annihilated. Essex 377 all out, leading by 231 runs. Lancashire got 10 overs to see out. Really poor. Really poor. I can see that Preston North End are 1-0 behind against Queen's Park Rangers. Don't think Mixed will be too happy about that. Co-op Live have put out a statement as well. Don't really see what any relevance this is to Man. Can't be a lot happening in Man City when everyone's talking about other things. So let's see what they're saying. So we're busy putting the finishing touches on the Co-op Live, and we're looking forward to the Co-op Live becoming the preeminent arena in the UK upon opening. As part of the opening process, we are in the midst of an extensive protocol of testing critical procedures. To enable us to test the spaces effectively, we've made a difficult decision to reduce the overall capacity for today's test event. We apologise to affected guests and look forward to welcoming them to the Black Keys. It's interesting. Very interesting. I was just down at the Etihad a couple of days ago, filmed a construction update. If I get a bit of spare time, actually, I'm going to edit that for you guys tomorrow. So we should have a construction update out tomorrow for you guys to look forward to. Looks like just having a little snag towards the end of the completion there. Excuse me. Just having a read about the Northwest Counties League, the league that Bury are currently playing in. They've headed into the playoffs as Wivenshaw have been promoted today, winning 2-0. Bury couldn't beat Ramsbottom, so Bury into the playoffs. I wonder if Wivenshaw Town won. Oh, I pressed the button with... Let's have a look. I think Wivenshaw Town did win. Yeah, they won 3-0, so Bury finished third. There we are. Legend, thanks for tuning in, much appreciated. Nadir says, will Chelsea regret that Jackson chance? Quite possibly they might regret that chance. It was a big opportunity. I don't know why he didn't shoot. I really don't understand why he didn't have a shot and go with his left foot. He turns and allows the City defenders to get back. Not the best of decisions. Anyway, second half, both sides are going to be attacking their own fans, which may just improve the intensity of the game. It needs the intensity improving on this anyway. It's just not been a very good game of football at the moment. It's been a bit lackadaisical. In my opinion. City, just people are saying, looking a bit tired. An emotional team selection. City need fresh changes and they're not giving them. Anyway, Ruben Dias has come on for Manchester City, and I'm just not sure why Ruben Dias has come on either, but here we are. So, John Stones comes off. John Stones clearly just not fit to do any more than 45 minutes right now. So, Ruben Dias comes on for Manchester City, and Akanji definitely will be going into defensive midfield for City for the second half. I don't understand why they don't just chuck Oscar Bobb and Rico Lewis on, give a bit more of a rest for some of the players. Anyway, here we are. Second half gets underway. Chelsea get us underway for that. I'm lacking on the counter. So 13 seconds ahead. We go. Sorted. Winner. Okay. Right. Let's see if City can do something different here. Second half. Walker. Walker's made a clearance, and then his high foot kind of stamps down onto Conor Gallagher, and he goes down. It was a bit of an ugly challenge. And that goes out of play for a throw into Manchester City. Conor Gallagher remains down. Let's have another look at it. It's a bit of a follow through. So he kicks it, and then he just, kicks Gallagher in the back from his high foot. As his foot's coming back down. Completely accidental. All eyes are on the ball. Nothing more sinister in it than that. I'm surprised the referee didn't give a free kick for it. I'm not entirely convinced he saw it. Saw the clearance coming and then turned his head. Anyway, through the first minute here, Rodri doesn't get the best of clearances, and Ortega just goes for a volleyed clearance. Maduki has a shot high and wide and into the stands. Poor back from Manchester City. Anyway, into the stands. Goal kick, no harm done. We move. The City side's just not at the races at the Mo. Here's Nathan Ake. Rodri puts his foot through it. Looks for Alvarez. Gusto gets the header. Here's Akanji then to Alvarez. Not the best of passes for Jack Grealish. Cut off by Gusto and just charges past Phil Foden. Gusto up against Ake. It's not going anywhere. City surround out the trouble. Nadir says, don't reckon City are going through at the moment. They're looking very lethargic at the Mo City. It's just very scrappy. I don't understand why we're not going to the bench and putting fresh legs on. His Chelsea side's fresh. His Chelsea side's got nothing to play for. You know, Chelsea can play in the next Premier League game against Arsenal and just make a full rotation if they want to. It's not going to affect their outcome at the end of the season, but, you know, them winning the FA Cup will affect the outcome. That's real poor from Gusto to give the ball away to Jack Grealish. Here's De Bruyne. So first chance here for City to have any real possession, and it's just given away from Rodri with a poor touch. And here come Chelsea again. This is inept from City's standards. Really poor. Really, really poor. They've not got going here in the second half at all, and Chelsea really do need to punish Manchester City. Here's Nicolas Jackson. Jackson, it's a great save from Ortega. It's probably the best chance of the game so far. Cole Palmer puts a ball into the box, and there's Jackson with a header and saved by Ortega. Two huge opportunities for Nicolas Jackson. City all over the shop at the moment. A weak pass from De Bruyne, and pressure comes back onto City. It's just not clicking. Really is not clicking, this from Manchester City. They're lucky that they didn't concede there. Couple of good saves from Ortega. Poor finishing from Chelsea. City should be behind. City just far away from where they want to be. Far, far away. Seamus says, time for subs. Offside flag goes up. Do you know if they're not going to change it soon, Chelsea will grab that goal. It's coming. Nicolas Jackson's first opportunity, one-on-one with the keeper. He should be scoring every day of the week. He comes in, it's a free header, heads it down, straight at the keeper. Either side, it's 1-0 again. Nicolas Jackson won't want to see the replay of that. He really won't. Here's City then. Finally, crossfield pass connects. Here's Grealish. That'll be a free kick. Referee says play on. Akanji. Well, he's playing the advantage. But is Bernardo now to De Bruyne. Should be a corner for City. Foden to take the corner. Ruben Dias forward. Foden, not a good ball. Don't beat the first man. Cleared. De Bruyne hacks it towards Foden. Foden gets his foot onto it. Cole Palmer will boot that one clear for Chelsea. Header should be won by City. Ruben Dias does get his head onto it. Here's Bernardo. Works it back to his Portuguese teammate Ruben Dias. Ruben Dias now then to Nathan Ake. Here's Rodgers. City just starting to settle into the second half now. Connecting with more passes. Growing a little bit more in confidence. And it speaks volume to me that City are picking up confidence from the fact that Chelsea haven't put their chances away. Not really how it should be. But here we are. Nathan Ake works the ball back here to Ruben Dias. Ortega then to Kyle Walker. Here's Walker coming forward for City. Gives the ball to Akanji. Walker, Rodri. That's poor from Rodri, dispossessed. Here's Jackson again. Chelsea can't find that pass and Ake will mop that up. And nearly given away from City again. Here's Bernardo to Walker. Bernardo. They're not linking together. Here's Bernardo. It's good work from Bernardo. Finds De Bruyne. Rodri now. Gives it to Jack Grealish on the left. Chance here to run into the penalty area. Grealish to Foden! Shot! Good save! First shot we've seen from City on target. Foden goes first time. He goes low. It's a good save from the keeper. Here's Rodri now. To Walker. De Bruyne. Goes early and it's out for a corner to Manchester City. Foden takes it short, gives it to De Bruyne, back to Foden. He goes across, headed clear by Chelsea, only as far as Grealish. Better from City, more intensity there. Here's Grealish then to Alvarez, finds De Bruyne, just tries to thread a pass forward. Cut off by Chelsea, and Cole Palmer will bring Chelsea forward. Plays one direct pass forward, looking for Nicolas Jackson. He's got Kyle Walker for company, which means Jackson's going to have to turn. And he has to go backwards, takes the tempo away from Chelsea, and City can get numbers back. Don't forget, guys, leave a thumbs up now. Just 33 likes away from 100 likes. Subscribe as well if you're new around here, and do go and check out the Bobby Moore Fund. Links and details there in the description. We're helping to raise money to raise awareness and to try and find a cure for bowel cancer. So you can find the links and details there in the description. Remember, any donations would be kindly appreciated by both me and the charity. And also, don't forget as well, you can leave your super chats. I'll donate all them to the fund as well, along with all the money made here on the stream as well. And much appreciated to the Bobby Moore Fund for helping to provide today's live watch along for you guys. a fantastic cause, taking part in Football Shirt Friday, next Friday, April 26th. So put your favourite football shirt on next Friday. And let's help to fight a really horrible disease. So a free kick here for Chelsea. Cole Palmer stood over it along with Conor Gallagher. City got a 3-man wall. Cole Palmer has the shot through the gap and behind for a goal kick. Chelsea, I think they wanted a corner. They're asking for a handball. Referee said he's going to stop and listen to VAR. I think they wanted a corner more so than a handball. Let's have a look at it. I think it's Jack Grealish in the wall. Let's have a look. There's a trailing arm. I think it flicks the arm. Yeah, better angle here. Does hit the arm of Jack Grealish. He's looking to try and bring it back down. It does flick the arm. And there is a VAR check. The referee says no penalty. Carry on. There we go. Cool emoji. No penalty. Penalty not given. You run the risk putting your arm up there in the area and the ball hitting that it could be given. And I think if it's at the other end, I'd be pretty unhappy with that decision. That's why I said, Here's Rodri. City, just... I think City are lucky not to be behind here, guys, I'll be honest. Here's Walker. Finds Bernardo. Back to Walker. Here's Ruben Dias. It's a good ball from Ruben Dias. Finds Jack Grealish. Good touch from Jack Grealish as well. Up against Gusto. Backs himself. Goes for a ball into the box. Cucurella wins the header. Akanji can't win the ball. And free kick given against Akanji there for his coming together with Caicedo. City did have a shot off balance in the mix of all that. Flies over the top of the crossbar. Wouldn't have had any impact on the game whatsoever. 0-0. Ball gets sent long. Free kick given against Ruben Dias there against Nicolas Jackson. And a free kick for Chelsea. And City just not getting any momentum. Not really getting going. Nothing going on. A yellow card comes out. I think it's for Julian Alvarez for not getting out of the way. Ball gets sent long by Chelsea. Not a very good ball. And that'll go straight out of play for a goal kick to Manchester City. Nearly an hour into the game. City 0, Chelsea 0 here. Still getting a discussion about that. Non-penalty for Chelsea there. They're saying that Jack Grealish's saving grace is he's bringing his arm back down towards his body when it hits his arm, but the fact that it's hit his arm and his arm's up, not in a natural position, I think City are looking to get away with it. Akanji just pivots well in the penalty area. Very risky game there from City. Chelsea looking to try and put the squeeze, smelling their opportunity. They smell blood. Nadir, I have no idea how Chelsea haven't punished City. You know, and if City end up at some point finding a goal and winning this game, I think Chelsea will be looking at what could have and maybe should have been, because City just haven't been at the races, have not been very good at the mo. De Bruyne's pass, Walker runs past it because he's out of position. So it's not linking up. It's not been De Bruyne's best game this so far, I don't think. Throw into Chelsea then, inside their own half, about halfway inside their own half. Approaching the hour mark, 59 minutes in, 0-0 here at Wembley Stadium. Manchester City taking on Chelsea. Andrew says City making Chelsea look good. I mean, Chelsea haven't been brilliant. They haven't needed to be. It's just City have been really poor. Here's Grealish. Has a shot. Hits the back of Chalobah and out for a corner. Good work from Grealish. I feel like Grealish has been City's best player so far. Don't know about you guys. So, a corner here for City. Can we finally capitalise upon a corner? It's a very high and deep. Chalobah's winning that header every day of the week. Here's Bernardo Silva then on the right. City have kept the players forward. Bernardo, poor ball in. Chalobah deals with that as well. Grealish flicks it on, finds Alvarez. A little bit of space for Alvarez, puts a ball in, looking for Akanji. Chelsea get a foot onto it. Here's Jack Grealish, can't sort his feet out, and Cole Palmer plays one threaded pass forward here, and here is Nicolas Jackson up against Kyle Walker, and Kyle Walker, he's got the pace, and Jackson just loses his footing and out of play for a goal kick. He wants a penalty. There aren't many who do Kyle Walker for pace. Nicolas Jackson does a really good job there on Kyle Walker. His touch is slightly heavy. His first one's good. Second one's too heavy. Gets a little shove in from Walker. He takes an extra couple of steps before going down. It's got to be stronger. There's a coming together. And Nicolas Jackson just, no. It's got to be stronger there, Nicolas Jackson. For me, I think Chelsea may have a point with the handball on Jack Grealish, but that definitely not. Here's De Bruyne coming forward for City. Finds Jack Grealish on the left. Up against Gusto. Grealish backs himself. Grealish squares one across, and Enzo Fernandez makes the clearance there for Chelsea. Here's Nathan Ake then to Akanji. Gives the ball to Rodri, looking for a Rodri rocket. Chelsea make the block, and Conor Gallagher can take control of the football. His pass isn't very good and an out of play. And first time in the second half, we're seeing City now starting to put some pressure onto Chelsea, and Chelsea have got some defending to do. I'm wondering, at what point did both sides start to feel a little bit of wear and tear? Chelsea played 5 days ago, won't be the freshest that they could be. Big Wembley pitch, there's a lot of running and a lot of chasing going on. Manchester City obviously played 120 minutes against Real Madrid. Won't be the freshest that they could be. I imagine get for another 10 minutes and you'll start to see both sides looking towards their bench to try and make the difference here. Because at the moment, neither side being that clinical. Chelsea have had the better of the opportunities. I think they'll be disappointed not to be ahead. And I think City will be thinking, do you know what? At 0-0, we're still very much in this. And if we can sneak a goal, that one goal could be the difference. And it's looking like one of them games where it may just take one goal to win this game and send that team to the final. Here's Bernardo to Phil Foden. Back to Bernardo. Imagine both sides, whichever goes through, will be keeping a keen eye on Sunday's game, tomorrow's game between Manchester United and Coventry City. Here's Grealish. Comes forward. Chelsea nearly make the interception only as far as Rodri, but they don't need to worry about that because Rodri just passes it straight out of play. Rodri and De Bruyne have been the two for me that have been well off for City today. Both just probably knackered from that game against Madrid, and I don't think I'd have started either of these players in this game. But here we are. Jack Grealish has now gone down for City in a heap of pain. Jeremy Doku has been ordered back, so he is going to come on for City. He's feeling a lot of pain there, Jack Grealish. He's had a good game here, Grealish. Oh yeah, gets a kick in the knee there from Caicedo. Grealish not happy about it. Already on a yellow card. Asking why there weren't a free kick there and asking the question. So Grealish received some treatment from the City physios. As a referee, not given the free kick. Nothing will be done about Moises Caicedo because I think referee sees that. I think he gives a free kick and it could well be a second yellow card and he'd be given his marching orders there, Moises Caicedo. I just don't think the referee sees it. Because there's definitely a follow-through. John, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. And Jeremy Doku is going to come on for Jack Grealish. He's back on his feet, so I think Grealish is okay. He's going to come off. City going to take no risks there and going to bring Doku on. I imagine it'd be a change that City would have been looking for in the next 10 minutes or so anyway. He had a really good impact, Doku, I thought, against Real Madrid. So gets given another really good opportunity here for City. And Jack Grealish gets a big hug there from Pep Guardiola. It's a shame that Grealish is coming off because, as I said before, I think Grealish has been City's best player on the pitch so far. So see, in a game that's lacked quality and not been City's best performance, to see what I think's been our best player on the pitch coming off, it's a bit disappointing. But Jeremy Doku comes on. When he came on the other day against Real Madrid, I was impressed with what I saw. I thought he was very, very good. So Jack Grealish getting involved in a war of words. He just had a word with the fourth official there, Jack Grealish did. Really not happy about that challenge on him. Felt like it should have been a free kick and Caicedo given his marching orders for a second yellow card. And I think he has a point. Anyway, Michael Oliver just having a word with the Chelsea players just to try and bring the heat of the game down a little bit. I wonder how long it might be before City start to look towards their bench again. Here's Conor Gallagher. Ball over the top comes in. Akanji allows the bounce. Akanji is doing well out there. Akanji gets his foot onto it and gets it clear for a throw-in to Chelsea. And I'm happy for this pace, the game to be played at a faster pace, because I feel like Chelsea are probably going to make more mistakes with the distribution. There's a mistake there, and Bernardo Silva just chips the ball looking for Alvarez. Thiago Silva gets his foot onto it. City say they're going to allow the bounce because Cole Palmer's offside. Nathan Ake will just nod that back to Ortega. Under pressure from the onside Conor Gallagher, and he tries to put the bit of squeeze onto City as City pass halfway through Kyle Walker. Here's Phil Foden now. He's got Jeremy Doku over on the left-hand side. Good ball and a good touch there from Jeremy Doku. His first touch of the game. Ake then to Rodri. Here is Kyle Walker. Walker again works the ball crossfield looking for Doku and out of play for a throw into Chelsea. Just a little bit too much on that from Walker. Jeremy Doku says, what was that? There's Chelsea then coming forward. Cole Palmer under pressure from Akanji. Not the best of defending from City, and here's Chelsea. Could be in again, and the ball comes across. Not very good. I think it was Caicedo with the ball across. And in the end, the danger averted. Andrew, it stinks of a 1-0. Hopefully 1-0 to City. Don't forget, guys, leave a thumbs up. We're now 33 likes away from 100 likes. Do subscribe as well if you're new around here. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, brought to you by the Bobby Moore Fund. We're helping today to raise funds for bowel cancer awareness. Links and details there in the description. Any help towards my goal of £100 to be raised would be much appreciated. You can leave super chats. I'll donate all that to the fund as well as all money made on the stream as well. That would be much appreciated. Going to a brilliant cause as well ahead of Football Shirt Friday on April 26th. Next Friday, so don't forget to put your football shirts on, your favourite ones. Got mine on today. The Sky Blue City from last season has a lot of meaning to me and a lot of success as well. What's your favourite shirt? Let me know. Here's Doku into a great position. Doku with the shot and a good save from Petrovic. And out for a throw into City, and the City fans encouraged probably for the first time in the second half, attacking our own fans there. Doku precise, goes first time. Looking to go through the legs of the keeper. You've got to have shots to score goals. I'd be encouraged by that as well. And it's the dynamic Jeremy Doku looking to make another impact from the bench today for Manchester City. Here's Rodri then to Ake. Jeremy Doku fancies taking on his man. Squares it across looking for Alvarez. De Bruyne with the shot. And it's wide from KDB. And just like that, a burst of acceleration from Manchester City. All of a sudden, as Chelsea chasing shadows, panicking at the back, space starts to open up. It's a chance for De Bruyne, that is a chance. He gets a good shot there, Doku. Looking for the under the legs of the keeper. Keeper has to read it well. Goes low. Was an opportunity. Here's Thiago Silva then for Chelsea, just working it out from the back. Gusto, launched long by Chelsea. Header won by Rodri. Header won by Chalobah. Header won by Rodri. De Bruyne gets it under control. To Doku. Yeah, it's getting to a point where you're working any of your attacks, you just work it down the left-hand side and you're looking to try and get Doku in a good position to run and stretch that Chelsea defence. Here's Akanji popping up in a good position, squares a ball across, and if you're Gusto, last thing you want, 70 minutes on a big Wembley pitch is for the next 20 minutes you've got to try and defend against Doku and his pace. Real Madrid struggled with it on Wednesday. Here's Doku, lively Jeremy Doku, takes his man on, gets the cross, and out for a corner to Manchester City. City fans get in behind the team there. I love that from Andrew. Brilliant comparison. Says, we're playing with our food again. It's a great comparison. Andrew reckons longer this goes on, Chelsea, he reckons they're going to nick a goal. Seamus reckons City starting to miss the big chances now as Gusto's gone down. Sees the competition going up against Jeremy Doku and he's like, nah, I don't want any of that, I'll go down now. So, physios for Chelsea, come on. Gusto still receiving some treatment. Get some magic spray there. Bit of a breather for the Chelsea players as well. And they've got some defending to do when they come back. Although it is a set piece for City. We don't do set pieces. Matthew, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Says, alright, Jay, brother. Big up. Blue Moon all the way. Love that. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Gusto then goes to the sidelines. Looks like he's okay to continue. Pochettino in discussion with his coaches. Corner here for City. Alvarez to take. It's a deep one. Too deep. And free kick given against City in the penalty. City and corners, they're terrible. They're so bad. Do they practice set pieces? I know Pep said once that they don't practice tackling. Do they practice set pieces? Because it's like they don't. Petrovic says we're not faffing around. 17 minutes left of the game. 0-0. Get forward. I'll send this as far away from our goal as possible. Puts a big kick onto it. Into the City half. Ake wins the header. De Bruyne gets his head onto it. Caicedo heads it only as far as Akanji, and City can get it under control, although Akanji gives the ball away, and here's Nicolas Jackson now, and a good recovery that from Akanji, and a good block from Rodri as well. Chelsea, though, push everyone forward. Here is Cucurella. Gives the ball to Thiago Silva. Here is Enzo Fernandez, and not the best of passes there from Enzo, and out for a throw into Manchester City. Matthew, there is no Haaland. He has got some slight niggles, so he's not in the squad today. Being given a rest. Imagine he'll probably be good to go for Thursday's game against Brighton. Here's City giving the ball away, although free kick given against Chelsea there. Alvarez getting the free kick for City. As we're now 31 likes away from 100 likes, guys. Any help towards that would be great. Here's Rodri then for Manchester City. Pings one over looking for Doku. Has he kept himself onside there, Jeremy? I think he has. Flag stayed down. Doku just works it backwards to Ake. Seamus wanting more subs. Subs are to be made. Who would you like to see come on? Oscar Bobb? Rico Lewis? What's the options? Jeremy Doku on the ground. Too busy complaining. Get up and press. Chelsea send the ball long, header won by City. De Bruyne gets his foot onto that, and that should be a free kick for City, and is a free kick for City. Foul, I think, on Nathan Ake, and he's gone down in a heap of pain now. City just want to get on with it. Ball gets played through to Alvarez, up against Chalobah. Here's Jeremy Doku now. Up against Chalobah. Doku blocked. His shot is blocked. City just looking to try and find De Bruyne, and Petrovic does well. Finds the ball and picks it out the air. And intensity of this game just starting to step up again. There's little bursts of intensity from both sides, and City, for Bernardo Silva, thought he could get out under control. A heavy touch means it goes out for a throw-in. Here's Nicolas Jackson now. Matthew, nice and positive there, says the FA Cup is ours. We've got a job to do, see if we can find a goal in the next 15 minutes. Otherwise, it's 2 consecutive games going to extra time and running the risk of penalties. Here is Chelsea now. Get themselves a corner. City can't believe it. Akanji can't believe it. I'm not sure if he's asking for a free kick or a goal kick. Whatever he's asking for, he's not getting. Corner for Chelsea. Chelsea's 3rd corner of the game. City's 8th. I think it's Chelsea's 1st corner of the second half. Ortega's gone down now, feeling a bit of pain. He's gone down unchallenged there, Ortega. I think City wanted the goal kick. It should have been a goal kick. That's what Akanji was asking for. Anyway, Ortega back on his feet. And then back down again. He's looking in a heap of pain there. The physios have got to come on. I'm not too sure what Ortega's done there. He's just saying, get a bit of spray on. I mean, Ederson's not exactly in a rush to come on. Still in his tracksuit and just looking on. Sat down, looks pretty comfortable. Anyway, Ortega gets a bit of treatment. He gets the spray. Physio goes off the pitch, and Ortega resumes his position in goal, and Man City ready to defend this corner from Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher then whips the ball in. It's not a bad ball in. Headed clear by City, though. Only as far as Gusto. He puts another ball into the box, and Cole Palmer gets his foot onto that. Looked offside, and I think he was offside. So danger averted. Yes, Andy, the old magic sponge works a treat. Chelsea going to chuck on some fresh legs here. Mudryk going to be coming on. Who's Mudryk coming on for is the question. A bit more pace. Miduki coming off and Mudryk coming on. I mean, how much did Chelsea spend on Mudryk? And Disasi is going to be the other. Fresh legs coming in at the back for Chelsea. Interesting to see if it's Gusto. It is Gusto that's going to come off and Disasi is going to come on. So I don't know if that's going to mean Disasi is going to go in at right back or Chalobah's going to come in at right back. We'll see. Looks like it's just straight swap and Disasi's going in at right back for Gusto, and Mudryk's going to come on for Miduki. So Mudryk going to go on the left wing for Chelsea. Here is Ortega. Seems to be moving okay there, Ortega, after his treatment a couple of minutes ago, which is good. Here is Ruben Dias. He gets a goal kick there for Manchester City. Bit of instruction coming in from Pochettino. Chelsea fans looking to try and get ahead of, make some noise, get behind the team. Pep Guardiola barking instructions there on the touchline to City to get on. Not happy with something. Here is Doku, just works the ball back to Ortega. Ruben Dias now. Chelsea, I'm surprised not choosing to put the squeeze onto City more and press us and try and force that mistake. Don't know whether there's some tired legs out there in the centre of that park. You know, your Jacksons, your Palmers, your Conor Gallaghers, your Caicedos. A lot of running's gone on, and Akanji goes down under a challenge from Nicolas Jackson. Referee says free kick Manchester City, which City want to get on with quickly, but Conor Gallagher picks the ball up and says, no, that's not happening. Seamus, we haven't gone on to the spray now, as we're now 31 likes away from 100 likes. Guys, any help towards that would be great. Here is Kyle Walker, gives the ball to Rodri, coming forward, finds Phil Foden. Here's Foden, works the ball to the touchline, finds Bernardo Silva, back to Phil Foden, thinks about putting the ball into the box, doesn't, opts for going to the left-hand side, and Ake takes a touch, gives the ball to Jeremy Doku, up against Disasi. Here is Doku, takes Disasi on and turns and finds Nathan Ake. I'm surprised Nathan Ake didn't go for a ball into the box first time. Here is Ake, goes for a ball into the box now. It's low, it's defended out by Chelsea, only as far as Manuel Akanji finds Ruben Dias. Here is Rodri for Manchester City, finds Bernardo Silva on the right wing. Doesn't play the pass to Alvarez, goes to Akanji instead, back to Bernardo Silva. Might he play the pass now? No. Gives the ball to Foden. He somehow finds Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne finds Nathan Ake in a bit of space. Works it to Doku now. Doku up against Disasi into the penalty area. Goes back to Rodri, edge of the penalty area. Again, City just too busy passing it. Have a shot. Here's Akanji. Put your foot through it. And in the end, finds a pass to Alvarez and it just chips and bombs up and it goes far too high and into it doesn't go into the stands, but goes over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. And there was a couple of opportunities there for City to have a shot. Didn't take it. As I said, it's a problem that we had against Real Madrid as well. The City just too happy to take that extra touch, play that extra pass. Not enough directness and shooting for my liking. Petrovic then going to send this long. We're 7.5 minutes away from the 90 minutes being done and potentially going into extra time again. I said this could go into extra time. Ball gets sent long by Chelsea. It's too much on it. It's lovely control there from Pochettino on the bench. Phil Foden shown a yellow card. I'm not too sure what for, whether that's for dissent or something. I'm not sure why he's been shown a yellow card. Here is Jeremy Doku now. Cutting inside, works the ball back to recently single Ruben Dias, and City can come forward. Here's Kyle Walker then to Bernardo Silva. Here's Bernardo. Finds Kyle Walker. Walker just moves the ball onto Ruben Dias. He pings the ball looking for Doku. Good ball that from Ruben Dias. A good touch from Jeremy Doku up against Disasi. Doku finds Ake. Ake to Akanji. Now to Doku. Here's Doku. Finds a pass. De Bruyne. Pullback comes in. And Bernardo Silva. And there's the goal for Manchester City. Peeking in at the back post. Bernardo Silva. And we have to wait 84 minutes. But Manchester City lead here in the Cup semi-final. And Bernardo Silva, the man of the moment. Come on. Just what the doctor ordered from Manchester City. And it's Bernardo Silva. Takes a deflection in off Cucurella. It finds the back of the net. We don't care how it happens and how they come, as long as they do come. And Manchester City ahead here at Wembley. Nothing wrong with the goals. All legit. All going to count. Manchester City with the all-important opening goal after 84 minutes. Big deflection from Cucurella. Manchester City lead here. It's a good time to find a goal. There's not too long left of the game. Chelsea must find a goal. There's going to be space for City to work with. City need to make sure defensively now they start to tighten up. Tidy finish from Bernardo Silva. It's not been a classic. It's not been the best of performances from City. You've just got to do everything you can to try and stay in the game, find that opportunity, find that goal and win the game. And at the moment, City, they've managed to do that. We've got 5 minutes plus probably a large chunk to be added on here to try and see out to see if we can make consecutive FA Cup finals. Oscar Bobb stripped, ready to come on for City. Doku goes down. City want a free kick. Throwing given to Chelsea. Conor Gallagher to take. Oscar Bobb time here for Manchester City then. And City fans making some noise. De Bruyne there fouls Enzo Fernandez. Not happy that he's continued to say that he's fouled him and studied him. He pushes him back to the ground. I'm surprised if he doesn't go into the book there, Kevin De Bruyne, for that. He is going to go into the book for that as well. It's not for the challenge. I think it's for the reaction afterwards of pushing Enzo Fernandez to the ground. He slightly follows him from behind. It is a free kick. Holds his leg and then just pushes him to the ground. It's unnecessary from KDB, and it's a silly yellow card as far as I'm concerned. Here's Fernandez. Goes down again, wants another free kick. Ortega takes control of that and he's just going to whack that down the line, looking to get that as far away from the City goal as possible. Here is Disasi taking control of the ball for Chelsea. Conor Gallagher now, some defending for City to do. An interception comes in from Jeremy Doku and Akanji combined as Enzo Fernandez also went into the book there. Pass comes in. Here's Phil Foden. Looks for Julian Alvarez. Just couldn't quite get it under control. And Thiago Silva can mop that up for Chelsea. Clock ticking by. 87th minute. 1-0 City lead here. Free kick given against Nathan Ake. Don't forget, guys, do leave a thumbs up. 31 likes away from 100 likes. Do subscribe and do check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by the Bobby Moore Fund. Links and details there in the description, helping to raise awareness for bowel cancer ahead of Football Shirt Friday, next Friday, April 26, which I'm taking part in and looking to raise some money for a fantastic cause for the charity. So do go and check it out. Links and details there in the description. If you want to leave any donations, that would be great. You can leave super chats. Any money that is generated through super chats will be donated to the Bobby Moore Fund by me, and any money made on this stream as well will be donated to the fund as well. As Ben Chilwell and Raheem Sterling are going to come on for Chelsea here, looking to try and force the issue. Enzo Fernandez is going to come off for Ben Chilwell. Raheem Sterling also coming on for Chelsea. Just waiting for confirmation on who he's come on for. Man City also made a change. Julian Alvarez has come off and Oscar Bobb has come on. Cucurella is the other one that's come off and Raheem Sterling's come on. So Sterling's going to go play more offensively. Chelsea taking off the midfielder there in Enzo Fernandez, and Ben Chilwell coming on to try and help Chelsea on that left-hand side for Marc Cucurella. Here is Mudryk for Chelsea. Under pressure. Does well under pressure from Bernardo Silva and Kyle Walker. Keeps hold of the ball. Finds Ben Chilwell. Works a pass back to Thiago Silva. Here is Thiago Silva now to Trevor Chalobah. Clock continues to tick away here at Wembley Stadium into the 89th minute. 1-0 Manchester City lead. Through ball comes in from Chelsea. And Ortega-Moreno will pick that up for City. Here is Ruben Dias. Works the ball back to Ortega. And Chelsea, I think, will be very disappointed. They've had opportunities to score goals and win this game, and they haven't taken them opportunities. Man City, not been at their creative best, not been at their best at all, have done what they've needed to do. And that's the difference. Blue Moon rings out at Wembley Stadium. Manchester City smelling another cup final, looking to make back-to-back FA Cups for the first time in our history. That's good play from Chelsea, though. They're still alive here. Here's Ben Chilwell up against Ruben Dias. Plays a ball across, and it's good defending from Ruben Dias. Really good defending. Can't wait to go and high-five Akanji for his good defending there. Raheem Sterling, unhappy that the ball never came earlier from Ben Chilwell. He made a good run into the box. as it is. Defended out for a corner. For more defending for City to do in the 90th minute. Mudryk to take. Disasi forward. Thiago Silva forward. Mudryk takes. Far too close to Ruben Dias. He heads it clear. Chelsea want a free kick. Not given by Michael Oliver. Mudryk goes with another cross. More defending for City to do. It's too deep and out for a goal kick there to Manchester City. So, some defending for Manchester City to do still, because we're into the first of 8 minutes added on here at Wembley. Julia, thank you so much for the €3 donation. Much appreciated, and a huge shout out to Julia. I will be donating the money donated there by Julia to the Bobby Moore Fund. It's come up on here as £2.58, so we can move that total raised onto £22.58. And shout out to Julia there. Much appreciated. As I said, anyone else that wants to leave super chats or donations or anything, then please do feel free. I'll donate all of that to the Bobby Moore Fund, or you can leave donations yourself using my link in the description. Cool emoji. 8 minutes have been added on. We're through one of the 8. Chelsea coming forward. Good tackle from Rodri. Here's Oscar Bobb. Pushed over. De Bruyne. The space for City to work with. As we're now 30 likes away from 100 likes. Here's Jeremy Doku. Not interested in getting on with the game, and De Bruyne too heavy of a pass to Jeremy Doku there and out for a goal kick. I'd like to have seen City just take the time. Doku seemed happy for City just to have possession and take the time, and I think that would have been the best course of action there, because Chelsea are just going to throw the kitchen sink at City, so City need to manage this situation. Here's Petrovic. Ball gets worked across to Ben Chilwell. Takes a good touch. He's under pressure from Foden and Bernardo makes the interception. Oscar Bobb gets a foot onto it. Here is Kevin De Bruyne having a shot off balance. Block comes in from Chalobah. Jeremy Doku will see that out for a throw into Manchester City, and it chips away another minute off the clock. 6 minutes remaining here at Wembley Stadium. It's Manchester City leading by 1-0 thanks to a goal from Bernardo Silva on 85 minutes, sending Manchester City at the moment back to Wembley for the final domestic game of the season to take on the winner of tomorrow's tie between Coventry City and Manchester United. Could be another Manchester derby, could be an all-City derby and an all-sky blue Wembley for the cup final. City got just over 5 minutes to see out here. Here is Bernardo Silva. It's been a tremendous effort. We played 120 minutes against Real Madrid on Wednesday. And here we are. A lot of the players still troopering on. Got a big Premier League game on Thursday against Brighton. It's must win. 6 huge cup finals coming up for City in the Premier League. There's no rest for the wicked. Phil Foden feeling pain. He's letting adrenaline kick on to see him through. Walker finds Bernardo to Foden. Here's Foden back to Bernardo. Lovely feet there from Bernardo Silva. Really good work, and throw in for Manchester City. Bernardo's not been at his best in this game yet. Since he scored that goal, he's just oozing with confidence. I think it's exactly what Bernardo needed. A big pick-me-up after his penalty miss against Real Madrid. And he celebrated hard there. It means the world to him to score that goal. Good response from Manchester City. Free kick given for a foul on Conor Gallagher. Chips away of more crucial seconds. Nearly halfway through that 8 minutes. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Thiago Silva stood over the free kick for Chelsea next to their own penalty area. Hoofed forward. Header one from Akanji on Caicedo. Bernardo sends it long looking for Kevin De Bruyne. He lets it bounce. Caicedo up against De Bruyne. Lots of pulling and pushing and shoving going on. Caicedo gets it clear. Chelsea. Good work from Akanji. Gets a throw in for Manchester City. It's good. Well managed this from City. Really well managed. We're more than halfway through now. Kevin De Bruyne has been given the man of the match. I don't think De Bruyne has been at his best for City today. Jack Grealish, I think, has been City's best player on the pitch up until him going off. It's not been a scintillating performance from City. We look like we may keep a clean sheet. We've not even looked that solid at the back. It's just been Chelsea have missed their opportunities. They've had 3 or 4 wonderful opportunities and they haven't put them away, and City have punished them for it. And so for that reason, my JSGC man of the match goes to Bernardo Silva, and he's not been at his best, but it's his goal that makes the difference. Adam, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Another minute ticked off. 3 minutes remain here. Here's Doku up against Disasi. Takes on his man. Turns his man. By the corner flag. Good work from Doku. Andy, thanks so much for the £5 donation. Says, huge thanks, Jay and the JSGC gang. Come on, City. Thank you very much there to Andy. Much appreciated for the donation, and to Alison as well. As I said, all money will be donated to the Bobby Moore Fund. Links and details there in the description if you want to leave any donations direct with them. Any donations that come in or super chats, I will donate to the Bobby Moore Fund. That takes our overall stream total raised to £27.58. So thank you very much to Andy and Alison for them donations. Much appreciated. Chelsea send the ball forward. Header cleared by Manchester City. And good work there from Oscar Bobb. And Doku should have the pace to get on the end of that as well. And here comes City coming forward. Okay, thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated. I appreciate the love. All love shown back to you as well, my friend. Volcanic, thanks for tuning in. De Bruyne says, that's that. I'm going to go by the corner flag here now. Try and see this out. Try to get a throw in or something. Trying to waste time. Doesn't work. Chelsea win the ball back. And here come Chelsea coming forward now. Mudryk gives the ball to Ben Chilwell. Thiago Silva. They're going to have to send this long very soon, Chelsea. Chalobah to Cole Palmer. He's having to drop very deep here. Andy, they have pushed Kevin De Bruyne to the edge, to the brink. De Bruyne, he wants to be that player that makes the difference. Former Chelsea man, he's got a point to prove. City preparing another sub. Ball gets sent long, looking for Mudryk. Kyle Walker looks like he pushed Mudryk over, and I think a free kick given against Kyle Walker there. So a free kick for Chelsea, and last bit of defending you think City are going to have to do there. Let's have a look at this. I mean, there's not much in it. Walker kind of leans in. I think if it weren't the last minute, I think the referee had let that play on, but he's going to give Chelsea that chance, that opportunity. So it's now or never for Chelsea. It's the last bit of defending for City to see out this 1-0. Referee says, time to go. Mudryk to take. Chelsea got everyone forward. Ball comes in. It's an awful ball from Chelsea. I've criticised City's set pieces. They've not been very good, but Chelsea's set pieces have been equally as bad. It's beyond everybody and out for a goal kick. And we're through the 8 minutes now. City want to send Kovacic on, a former Chelsea man. Now it's into how much added on time. From that added on time have we got? Maybe there's another minute. If Chelsea are lucky, the Chelsea fans are heading for the exits. Tells you all you need to know. Ortega is going to send this long for City. I don't think Kovacic is going to get on. Poznan are ups in the City end. They smell an FA Cup final. Ball gets sent long, so we can have that extra minute. Ball gets sent forward from City. Cut off by Chelsea. Ball gets sent long. Referee has the whistle in his mouth. And there is the full-time whistle, and it's Bernardo Silva's goal. Fresh from his penalty miss against Real Madrid that saw Manchester City exit out of the Champions League on Wednesday night on penalties at the hands of Real Madrid, making all the difference here for Manchester City with the one and only goal to send Manchester City back to Wembley at the end of May for the FA Cup final. It's back-to-back FA Cup finals. And it's Manchester City heading through, winning this game by a goal to nil. It's things you love to see. A brilliant response from Bernardo Silva. City far from their best in this game. Chelsea didn't put their opportunities away, and they've been punished by Manchester City this evening. Chelsea crash out of the competition at the semi-final stage. Manchester City progress to the FA Cup final, where we can keep an eye on tomorrow's game between Coventry City and Manchester United, where we will face the winner of that tie at the end of May in the final domestic cup competition in England. And it's magnificent stuff from City. A tremendous show of resilience and strength from the team. Not being at their best. It's what champions do. You don't play to your best, but you still find a way to dig deep, to find them goals, to win them games. And that's what City have done. The question now is, will it be back-to-back Manchester derbies in the FA Cup final? Or will it be Wembley Stadium being sky blue and Manchester City taking on Coventry City? We will have to wait and see. Chelsea's season comes to a crushing end. Nothing really to play for in the league. And out of the FA Cup, no European football for them. Chelsea fans will be very disappointed with that. But Manchester City, it's not been a classic, but we've done enough. We've made the response, and we are into the FA Cup final. Treble may be over. Still on for a cup double, though. We know if we win every game between now and the end of the season, we win the Premier League and the FA Cup, and that would be a tremendous season. City fans are delighted. The City coaches are delighted. The City players are delighted as well. It's what it's all about. To the FA Cup final we go. One more big hurdle in the FA Cup, and Manchester City will be doing something we've not done before in our history, and that's winning back-to-back FA Cups. And that would be, in my opinion, just beautiful. Thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. Ian, we did do it. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Mike as well. Thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated. What to say. A huge thank you to everybody for tuning in, for interacting with me today, for leaving a thumbs up. We're 27 likes away from 100 likes. Bit of a stretch to reach it in the post-production, but any help towards that would be absolutely brilliant. Do subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Also, don't forget as well to leave your thoughts in the comments below or in the live chat if you're still watching now with your thoughts of this game. Cricket, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, guys, do go and check out the Bobby Moore Fund running the very special Football Shirt Friday next Friday, April 26th, raising awareness and funds to try and find more research, to try and find a cure for bowel cancer, which is what England legend Bobby Moore passed away from a few years back. So we're looking to try and raise some funds. I want to say a huge thank you to everybody that has donated to the stream today. It is much appreciated. Remember, all super chats and donations and ad revenue that's coming from this stream, I will add onto the total raised, and I will donate all of that money to the Bobby Moore Fund for you guys. I will put a receipt over on my social media as well, so you guys have got official confirmation that I have gone and done that for you guys. And I wanted to say a huge thank you to the Bobby Moore Fund for getting in contact with me, asking me to get involved in Football Shirt Friday. It's been a privilege and an honour to be able to cover that as well. And all of the awareness and all of the funds that have been created will go a very long way as well. So I wanted to say a huge thank you to you guys. And don't forget, your favourite football shirt, my one right here, I'll be wearing it on Friday, of course, and I'm encouraging you guys to go and do the same as well. This Man City shirt's the shirt we won, winning the treble, winning 3 consecutive Premier League trophies in a row, winning the cup competition that we've just progressed to the final in last season in the FA Cup, winning our first ever Champions League trophy as well. Shirt means a lot to me. It's my favourite Manchester City shirt. I love the badge in the middle, the colour coordinations. It's just such a smart shirt. It's my favourite City shirt. I love the away shirt that we've had. I loved our home shirt back in 2010. There's a couple of shirts that I really liked when we were sponsored by IDOS and First Advice back in the early noughties as well. So many good shirts over the years, so I'm encouraging you guys to go and interact and join in with that as well. And one final note, guys, we're into the FA Cup final. Drink it in and enjoy. And I will see you guys all again real soon for the next Manchester City video. Not too sure there will be a live watch-along for the Brighton game. We'll have to wait and see. I'll let you guys know when I do my preview. But definitely we'll be having live watch-alongs resuming from the weekend for you guys to enjoy. And I'll be covering every game once we get to next weekend from then until the end of the season with live watch-alongs for you guys to enjoy. Manchester City taking on Nottingham Forest away from home on Sunday, so I will see you guys for that. You do have Arsenal taking on Wolves coming up, so hopefully we can get a favour of Wolves, injury-stricken, not expecting a favour, but it would be absolutely brilliant. And yeah, Manchester City not in action again until Thursday, so we'll have all the build-up for that for you guys to enjoy. Thank you so much for you guys for tuning in. We're now 3/4 of our way to 100 like goals, so any help towards that would be much appreciated, and I will have my match review, match reaction and match analysis up in the next hour for you guys to look forward to, so I will see you for that. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Have a great weekend, everybody. We're into the FA Cup final. I'll repeat, we are into the FA Cup final. What a brilliant achievement from City and a tremendous show of resilience and determination to get here as well. Enjoy it. See you soon. Peace. Ciao.